Gundam.tk presents Mega Size Age-1 Normal.
Hey again everybody, it's Robert184, 2Rs, 2Bs from gundam.tk and gundamreviews.net, and you may be able to make out way down there in the corner, it's the high-grade Age-1 Normal, and behind it in the box, it's the Mega Size model 1/48th scale version of the same mobile suit, 375mm of it. This first one on sale in December 2011. For the price you can see there, 8,500 yen. It's the first in the line from Gundam Age and the fourth overall, following up on the RX-78-2, which it certainly bears more than a passing resemblance to, and Zaku 2 and the regular green one. For a look around the box, the best thing for me is that it's going to come with a light-up part, and that's thanks to the clear parts there in the chest and the head, and it looks like you're only going to need the one light unit to light them both up. I wonder if the light is going to be a little bit too weak, but that's thanks to the fact that ever since Master Grade Exia came out, we've been used to these LED units, and that's going to get have one included along with the two batteries, so a nice bonus there. When you take a look at the front though, I wonder, unlike the high grade where these are just put on with seals, will this 1/48th actually give you black parts to make those parts on the knees? Other details that they're going to have is things like on the shoulders. This is all part of the mold, which is going to be fantastic. Hopefully you don't have to line that to make it look this sharp. And that's really important with a kit this size because there's so many large panels that if they all just sit there looking boring without details like this, it's not going to fly, I think. If you're familiar with the way the Age-1 Normal looks, you'll have seen that you can even have all these colors recreated in the high grade, so it's expected that you'd have it in a kit this size. They've even got these panels down here on the waist section. And as we take a look at the front, yes, the Dodge rifle is looking good. Probably seals there. These aren't going to light up from that one LED in the chest, I'm assuming. And it goes down there, you've got these big poly caps there that are actually going to click as you bend the elbow. It looks like JP patent pending, I suppose. Here for the Dodge rifle, you're going to be able to attach both hands to it, it looks like. You've got large size beam sabers. These are included in clear parts. As it says here, the hands have these gray parts underneath the white parts, so hopefully that's going to, I wonder if they're going to rotate on that, or if it's just there for looks. You can see some more lining details down there. And it's even going to give you clear parts for the beam daggers if you want to go for a shorter version of the saber. Over here they're going to talk about the scale, and there's the 1/48th completed. They're showing it off next to the box, which means it's taller than the box that you just saw. And there it is, the high grade looking very, very small down there, even lower than the knee. Somewhat interesting that they're also pushing this kit with a collaboration with both Hobby Japan and Dengeki Hobby. You really wonder if those two are rivals, the hobby magazines. Although they are a lot of fun to read. Hobby Japan, they're going to teach you how to use the clear color spray and get this just basically level up the Gundam, it looks like. Whereas with Dengeki Hobby, they're actually going to teach you how to paint this and turn it into the real type colors, going back to the old school MSVs from the early 1980s. To the other side now, where the Mega Size model logo is there quite prominently, and there it is, 1/48th scale, 375mm, big parts, easy to put together, and from everybody from beginners to pros, everybody will have a lot of fun with this Mega Size model, or so they'd have you believe. They're going to have, because of this, you can have the head and the light, and the fact that it can all move is all going to be because of the gunpla LED unit, which is a special point. And after that, they're going to go through a whole bunch of other points, starting with the fact that this is very easy to put together because you don't need any tools written there in English. You don't even need nippers, and you can just see that he's just taking out the head parts from the runners there, so hopefully it's not going to leave too many ugly parts behind. I'm still going to use nippers, of course, because I'm sure the result is still going to be a little bit better, but for beginners, that's a big feature. Now, for the snap fit feature, you can also just put these parts together. It's telling you don't need any glue, so people that were growing up in the 1980s and cursed putting models together, kids today have it a lot easier, according to the side of this box. Point 3 is the manuals that you've already seen, and it looks like Dengeki Hobby and Hobby Japan. I don't know if there's two, if they're just going to be back to back. But anyway, you're going to have some details and some nice looking cover art that's specific to this magazine. A great way to get kids who are into this model for the first time to get into the hobby magazines. And Bandai, of course, is hoping that they're going to step up and put in a little bit more effort. It's somewhat ironic, I suppose, that all their efforts are lost on lazy people like me. On to the fourth point, where you can speedily and enjoy this runner lock system. And basically you can have two plates and put them together. It's not the first time we've seen it in Gundam. It's still cool to see, especially in a kit this large. Point 5 is that they're going to be giving you a double separator, and that means that you're actually going to be getting two of these things, which should allow you to pop them out of the plastic parts even easier than using your hand, never mind using nippers. Something else that I think is very helpful for beginners and old people alike, you've got color illustrations in the instruction manual, and that means it's easy to see the colors. You don't have to guess with this, you don't have to line things up. It can't be any simpler, and if they've really got this much colors, it looks like they spent a little bit extra money at the printing press. Something that's going to be a little bit useful too is that for every part, in addition to it having the runner and the number beside it, it's actually going to tell you which part of the Gundam from the head to the weapons over there it's going to go into. So in the end, you shouldn't have any problems with mystery parts and where they're supposed to go. Here, another thing, this should have been point 3 you'd think, but they've got color plastic. Because of that, even without painting, it's going to look great. And here we get a look at the plates. You've got blue, gray, white, 4 colors there on the A plate, including clear green, yellow, and red, blue, clear pink for the beam sabers, tons of colors. They couldn't make it any easier. And if you do want to go for another level up, why not add a whole bunch of decals? They're going to give you Gundam decals, and you can get some pretty looking sharp ones there. For the EFF, some big blue ones, white ones, red ones down there. They're even putting red ones down below, but you'll notice that this is right below the knee, and there is no black sticker on there, so either that's going to be on a separate sheet, or, as I'm hoping, it's actually going to be a black piece of plastic. Details like that sure don't hurt though. To crack open this bad boy, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of parts on the inside, and the way the plates are all lined up, there's the A plate with a little black sticker there, 4 colors on there, big red parts for the feet. You're going to have clear pink, gray, white, blue, a lot more white in there, some gray, white, and a sheet of stickers, some gray, some poly caps. There's the 2 batteries and the LED unit. Make sure you get that. And you're going to get some gray parts, which includes that double separator there. Huge parts here for the shield to actually just come in its own bag. That's somewhat surprising. I've got a Hobby Japan and a Dengeki Hobby, which is on the back, so you're only going to get the one to go with this color instruction manual. With all the plates laid out, here's what you're going to be getting, and you'll notice just how large these pieces are. Everything you'd come to expect from an Age-1 normal, just in a much larger size. Stay tuned for the next part, everybody, where you'll get to see all of these plates and parts in details. Lots to talk about with a kit this size, so why don't you let me know what you think. Your impression of the 1/48th, is it something you'd want to pick up? Is it too large, too pricey? Anyway, what about the simplicity of the build? Is that going to be a detrimental thing or a good thing? Love to hear from you with a comment down below. But in the meantime, stay tuned for the next part. Robert184, gundam.tk, thanks for watching. See you next time, everybody. Look, boys, I want to tell you that there's a chance that you're going to be getting one of these, but as of January, we've all come to see that it's all about Age 2.